All right, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Money Talk, guys, where we're having one of the biggest talks ever. I just want to take the time to welcome you all to come and learn. And guys, I'm super, super excited about this morning. I'm excited. I can't wait to start giving you guys a lot more understanding and break it all down. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about how to create that find a strong financial foundation, right? The goal. What is the goal? The goal is to create a strong financial foundation. So before I get started, I want to know who on here would like to have a strong financial foundation. So if you would like a strong financial foundation, I would like for you to click yes in your participant section. Let me see who wants to build a strong financial foundation. Who would like a strong financial foundation, guys? Because it's important that you guys know how to create a strong financial foundation. Absolutely. So I see Mr. Ricky would like a strong financial foundation. We see Miss Swan would like a strong financial foundation. Miss Victoria would like a strong financial foundation. How about Mr. Tyrone? Want a strong financial foundation. Monique want a strong financial foundation. All right. Hey, we all want a strong financial foundation. We all deserve strong financial foundation. Why? Right? It always come back down to the why. Remember, I always talk about the why and the how, right? These things go hand in hand. If you know your why, the how will come. If you know your why, the how will come. So let's talk about a little bit. A lot of people always ask our company, why we do what we do, right? And when you look at our campaign, why is it important to educate 30 million families by the year 2020? Right, by the year 2030. Why is it important that 30 million families will be educated on knowing their how to create a financial foundation, and more importantly, have a plan to do so? Why is it important that 30 million do that? Let's talk about what's going on out there, right? Let's talk about three major concerns that families are facing right now. Let's talk about the retirement crisis, right? This is why we're doing this. This is why we're educating families. This is why we're talking on Money Talks. This is why we're on a national campaign for financial literacy. How about the fact that we have an education crisis right now? How about the fact that we have a national debt of $23 trillion and growing right now? I tell people that we don't have a wealth gap. We have an education gap. We don't have a wealth gap. We have an education gap. With education, things can be a fair race. Because then not knowing is a choice. I say take away the choice, and you will see the determination of every human being who strives to build wealth. But when we don't know what we don't know, then we can never figure out the unknown. That is the problem. The problem is that we don't know what we don't know. And that unknown is what's keeping us keep us making poor decisions. I tell you, poor doesn't mean that you are broke. Poor doesn't mean that you have lack of money. It's a decision. It's a decision where people is taught in America to be dependent. Am I wrong? We live in a country where we're taught to be dependent on who? Not on ourselves, but it's always on someone else. If you want to be good at your finance, you got to depend on a financial advisor. If you want to take care of your health, you got to depend on a doctor. If you want to be your own safety, you got to depend on the police. All this dependency takes away the opportunity to explore freedom and independence. That's why I'm a big advocate. I'm a big, big believer that in our Second Amendment. Yeah, I think every citizen should have a pistol. You got to protect yourself. The police is not going to be always be there to protect you at the time when you need them the most. I'm a big advocate of self-love. We got to exercise every day. We got to work out. We got to eat, right? Because the doctors may not be able to save us at the time when we need them the most. We got to become our own money manager. Because 9 times out of 10, most financial advisors don't know what the hell they're doing. So that's why now I don't have a problem with you believing in the doctor. I don't have a problem with believing in the police. I don't have a problem believing in the financial advisor. But what I'm saying is that at least know, because how you keep people accountable. Life is about accountability. We have to be accountable to somebody. If not yourself, then maybe God. But let's keep it real. When you look at these three major concerns our families are facing, yes, these are the reasons why. But this is not just the only reason, but these are some of the biggest three crises. Now you got to think about what is it? What is it that concerns you about your finances? Is three of these things or more a concern for you? Right? And we got to be so much stronger. Because you know why? It's because I know I am great. I want you to say that with me. I'm telling you, I keep saying it. I am great. I am wealthy. I am strong. I am smart. I am brave. I am confident. These affirmations, they help you. I am a legacy, not a memory. I am unstoppable. Guys, all of these things play such a major role. What you say to yourself is what yourself will be. So if you keep telling yourself that I am poor, all you're saying to the universe is that I am the type of person who will pass over opportunities repeatedly to either learn or earn. You don't want to be a poor person because it will make you broke. Being broke is a temporary event that becomes permanent based upon one's mindset. So, what is the mindset? We got to check our mindset. Mindset over everything. So, if I have some people on this call this morning that is sick and tired of being sick and tired, please light up the yes button for me today. Just keep blinking the light button so I can see who's sick and tired of being sick and tired. Who's sick and tired of being sick and tired? Right? Because it's time we take a change. It's time we make a change. It's time we do something right now. And when you can do it is now because you are great. Financial literacy is not, finance is not hard. Finance is not complicated because as long as you understand the concepts and you understand the goal with the plan, you could become unstoppable too. So I'm going to break it down. Simple, no fluff, straight to the point. So let's get straight into it. This is why we educate people. Do you know is that these two books, just with these two books, is how we're empowering families. We empowered 1 million families since 2015 and the end of May 30th. We did over 1 million families with two books. Not 100 books. If we didn't tell you to read 100 books, we didn't tell you to go buy 1,000 libraries. We just said two books. Two books. We empowered 1 million families with two books. How incredible is that? Do you know how powerful our campaign is? It's so powerful that we're educating FBI would have found us out. That's like walking in the lion's den if we were something illegal, isn't it? Don't you think that Harvard University would have not want us to be there? Do you think Columbia University would have give us a platform to come there and teach an 8-week course for free? Think about that, guys. Think about that. So the power about financial literacy, it is so important. So if you don't have a copy of this book yet, please get in touch with the person I invite you today. A matter of fact, text them right now and say thank you. The person that invited you to this call, thank them. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you why you should thank them. Because after today, it's a choice. It's a choice if you want to continue coming back and learn. It's a choice. But let me tell you what's going to happen if you don't come back and start learning more. It says 33% or more than 77 million Americans don't pay their bills on time. If you don't start learning from Money Talk or start learning about finance, you will become one of those statistics. 39% carry credit card debt from month to month. If you don't start learning, and if you don't start coming to Money Talk and start understanding and start learning, you'll become one of those statistics. 59% of adults say they have savings. If you don't come here and start learning, then you won't be one of those 59% that say they have savings. And the fact that they say worse, more than half, now I think it's acceptable to default on their mortgage if they can't afford to pay it. If you don't learn, you will become one of those statistics. It's a choice. You know, one of my greatest tattoos that I have on my skin, it says, life is what you make it. And I got that tattoo when I was 18 years old. And I said, I will make sure I remind myself every day when I look in the mirror, life is what you make it. It's right on my chest. Life is what you make it. Why? It's because every day I wake up, I have a choice. I have a choice to be good, settle to be good, or I have a choice to go off to do great things. Just like every one of you, you could be great, my friends. Every one of us could be great. If you believe you could be great, press yes. If you believe you could be great, say, I am great, man. Say, say, I am enough. Say, I am smart. God made you to be smart. He made you to be amazing. Don't let nobody tell you different. I'm telling you that you're amazing. If no one don't believe in you, I believe in you. I don't have to know you to tell you that I believe in you. It's because the reason why I believe in you is because we both were created in the image of the same person. So I know I'm great. You don't got to tell me. You telling me I'm great. I'm like, welcome to the fan club, man. I'm a biggest fan. But my question to you, are you your biggest fan? Stop beating up yourself. Your finances is not fine, but that's okay. You just got to take the initiative steps to get better. So that's why you must understand why you got to create this financial foundation here. This is the goal. This is your goal, guys. Your goal is to create this financial foundation, which means that one, you got to have proper protection. Now, what is the proper protection for? 3 events that you cannot plan for in your life. 3 events that you can plan for it, but you can't predict when it will happen to you. You can't predict when you're going to die. That's number 1. You can't predict when you're going to die. So what are 4 things you must have in place? You must have life insurance. You got to have final expense insurance, a will, and a trust. Now, if you want to know why exactly those things, sit down with the person that invites you and they will break it down to you why. Right? Because I'm short for time today. When it comes to health problems, what are some of the things you must understand? You must understand the difference between HMO and what is PPO. And you got to understand why you got to enroll into Medicare at the age of 65 and why must you enroll into Part A and B first before you get access to C and D. Once again, you got to sit down with the person so they can explain to you. But I'm only telling you why. How about disability? Why must you have long-term care in place? Well, if you can't perform 2 daily acts of living, like you can't feed yourself, clothe yourself, transport yourself, you need an assistant. Sometimes they call them a CNA or they are living assistants. Then you may need long-term care to pay for that. If you want to learn more about long-term care, please sit down with the person I invite you. Guys, but these things are so important. We don't think about these things, but we have to. We really, truly have to. How about debt management? A lot of people, when they think about managing their debt, they think about 2 things: bankrupt, consolidation, bankrupt, consolidation, bankrupt, consolidation. That's what people think about their debt. And they don't realize that that will ruin their credit for the next 7 to 10 years or more. So that's why we teach people how to pay down their debt and build up their credit. And we show them a simple way, even a literally a plan out step by step what to do every month, how much you pay every month. That's how easy it is. How about emergency funds? Do you have 3 to 6 months of your income set to the side for emergency? Do you have an emergency fund? And if you don't have an emergency fund, then what are you going to do when an emergency comes? What are we going to do when an emergency comes? We're going to go in more debt because we're going to do what? Swipe our credit cards. We're going to take out a loan. We're going to take away from our savings account. We may take it from our retirement plans. These are all the things that we're doing right now, which is ruining our goal. Our goal is a strong financial foundation. So that's why we teach families how to live on a budget. We teach them a simple formula. We teach families a simple budgeting formula, guys. And this simple budgeting formula is where you don't even need a spreadsheet. You just need 4 boxes, literally 4 boxes. How many of you would love to learn a simple way how to live on a budget? It's not hard. But when it comes to investment, right? Investment. People always say, well, Keyon, you got to invest into these things, stocks, cryptocurrency, all of this. And I'm looking at them like, how's it going to be taxed? Just tell me how it's going to be taxed. What are the risk tolerance that's applied to it? I love when people tell me that cryptocurrency don't get taxed. Really? You think so? You think you're smarter than the IRS. You think you're smarter than the Federal Reserve. You think so. Okay. Keep believing that. Because the minute you say that, every time I hear someone say cryptocurrency don't get taxed, I just want to bring them to as a simple platform called Credit Karma and show them on the tax sectionary. I think it's called Schedule. I don't remember the schedule, but it's the schedule in there where you have to file and you got to pay taxes on that cryptocurrency as if you're paying taxes on capital gains. So don't come to me with this, oh, it's tax-free. Tax-free to who? Oh, you don't have an account in America. Why would I give you my money to hold it in Russia? Nothing against Russia. I'm just saying. And if you use cryptocurrency, more power to you. But all I'm saying is that I care about 2 things when you talk to me about investment. And I want to teach you guys the 2 things you need to ask. How's it going to be taxed? And what are the risk tolerance with this? These are 2 things you must know. Do you know your risk tolerance? Do you know if you're an aggressive, conservative, a moderate, or a moderate growth? Do you know what is your tax tolerance? Do you want to get taxed now, later, or tax advantages? Don't tell me how much I could make. Tell me how it's going to be taxed. I don't care about what it makes. I care about how it's going to be taxed. You can make money in every vehicle that's out there. You can make money in CDs if you have enough money to invest it. You can make money in your 401ks. You can make money in your stocks. You can make money in mutual funds. You can make money in your IRAs. You can make money in everything. But all I care about is how am I going to be taxed at a time when I'm not working anymore. So that's why the financial foundation is a goal, step-by-step goal. But here's the plan, right? Here's the plan. The plan is that everyone must understand how money works. How many of you work for money, but you don't know how money works? You've been working for money all these years. You still haven't understand a clue about how money works. You have no idea. As a matter of fact, you call it the wrong name. You call it money. People like myself, we call it currency. You want me to be specific? Fiat currency. Money haven't been money since 1971. Oh man, am I going to drop jewels on y'all today? I'm just going to leave that alone. That was a little deeper. But money haven't been money since 1971. That's all I got to say. And I want you to go research what happened to money in 1971. And you will remember a very great president came on national TV and denounced the money being backed by gold anymore. So ever since then, the Federal Reserve been printing it like it's a birthday card. And the more they print, is the more our money lose value. See, guys, finance is not hard. You just got to be in love with money. Not for the love of money, but you just got to be. If you're gonna go to the school thing, like I never went to college, so I know many of you, if you were wondering, like, man, this guy must have went to some of the most prestigious. No, I never went to college. If you're gonna do the whole school thing, go to school, get the good grades, go get a nice degree, to get a nice job. For what? What is the goal? The goal is not for you to say, I have a nice job, or I have a degree on the wall, and you look at it every day, you're like, man, that's the biggest receipt I ever owned in my life. Because many of us have student loans, right? So it's a big receipt. It's a reminder. You owe somebody something. Unless you got scholarships, then you're different. But ultimately, if the goal is to get the good job, then the goal is to get the good job to make what? Good money. So if money is the end goal, then why doesn't it become the first thing you learn about before you even go to college? How about before you even get an access to go work a job? Why is it that our children don't learn about finance? How come we didn't learn about finance as kids? And it's when you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, sometimes even your 50s, you're just now learning how money works. And then people want to say, I'm a scam? And you want to be skeptical when we are teaching you? And you don't think the whole system that you believed in, go to school, get a good grades, get a good job, you don't think that was a scam? Okay. That's why they say some of the richest people in the world are dropouts. Not me. I have my high school diploma. My mom would not allow me to do that one. My mom's Jamaican. She don't play that. School was very important to her. But guys, what I'm saying is that money plus time, plus or minus rate of return, minus inflation, minus tax, that equals wealth. All we're saying in this formula, guys, is that when it comes to money, set aside 5 to 10% of your income or more. Save more, spend less. When it comes to time, you got to know that time is money. But you got to understand that procrastination is the enemy of savings as well. So you got to allow your money enough time for it to compound and build up. When it comes to inflation, I mean rate of return, it is important for you to know something called the rule of 72, which was created by Albert Einstein. And Albert Einstein said if you take 72, you divide it by whatever interest you're getting on your money, you will then be able to know how many years it takes for your money to double based on what is equal. So if you got 1% interest in your bank and you take 72 divided by 1 going to 72 times, it would take you 72 years for $1,000 to become $2,000. My question to you is, do you have 72 years to wait? We're trying to live to see 72, much less to wait. So the rate of return, it is very important. You got to pay attention to what kind of interest are you getting for your money and against your money. How about inflation, the silent killer? It's like carbon monoxide. You can't smell it, taste it, feel it, but you be around it long enough, it kills you. That's what the Federal Reserve is doing to your money every time they print. They said inflation happens when our country prints more money than it actually earns, and the result, everybody, rich or poor, will lose some value of their money. And that's why some people refer to inflation as a hidden tax system in our monetary system. So what are we going to do about that? How many of you are calculating what you will need in your retirement at the years of retirement when it comes? Are you calculating inflation? Are you? How about minus taxes? You know why it says minus taxes? You have to pay taxes. If you don't pay your taxes, they will Wesley snipe you. You will be in a yellow jumpsuit in there looking at the bars, the windows, and wishing you would have just gave Uncle Sam his money. I'm an advocate to tell you, don't go to jail for not giving Uncle Sam his money. There's certain people I just don't battle. There's two people I don't mess with. I don't mess with the CIA and the IRS. There's some bad mama jumpers. They come and take everything. The FBI give you a chance, not the CIA and not the IRS. All right? So don't challenge them. Right? So here's the thing, guys. On all seriousness, tax now means the money's taxable. It means that any earnings inside of the account has to pay tax on it. It means that any dividends that you take out from a stock, you will have to pay tax on it as well. Tax later means that the money's pre-tax. Pre-tax means you don't pay taxes on the money yet, but you're going to pay taxes on it later on. They have rules. The rule says you got to take the money by 59.5 and you'll be taxed on ordinary income. And if you take it before 59.5, you'll get a 10% penalty in addition to taxes. If you don't start taking it by 70.5, you're going to lose 50% because you failed to take out the required minimum distribution known as RMD. They moved the RMD age up to 72 due to the Secure Act that was passed January of this year. But the bad news is that do your company abide by the new law? Tax advantage means that the money you put in is already taxed. So that means later on when you need to withdraw it, you get tax-free withdrawals. Or the proper term is tax exempt. So guys, do you see the plan now? Can you see the plan? Do you see the plan with the goal? Do you see how easy it is to really start winning the money game? Becoming financially literate is not complicated. It's not hard. It's not something that is difficult, but it is possible for all of us to build wealth. We just got to know how and why. But more importantly, you got to know why you want to be wealthy. Don't get this stigma where you hear broke people, all right? You hear broke people say rich people are evil. No, that's a lie. I know a lot of very wealthy men that are very great people. As a matter of fact, the very same gentleman that created the system that I'm using to educate you is a very wealthy man, but he comes from a very poor background and is a very humble man, someone that I highly respect, someone that I have nothing but the most love for because he changed my life and he put me in position to change your life. Don't you listen to people when they talk like that. You know what money is? Money is a magnifier. Money is a magnifier. It's an enhancer. It will enhance your wickedness and it will enhance your kindness. Give an evil man money, he will show you how evil he is. You give a good man money, he will show you how good he is. It is a magnifier. That's all it is. So if you feel that rich people are evil people, I'm sorry then. Then all we're seeing is that there's more evil people getting great opportunities. But it doesn't take away from the good ones that's doing good work. So if you feel that there's a lot of evil rich people, then you become a rich person. You become a very wealthy person and you do good things. But don't be deprived or discouraged from encouraged to be wealthy. Every man deserves wealth in his lifetime. And it's important that you do the same. So now this moment, I love to open up the call, right? I know we talked about a lot today. But if you'd like to share any takeaway from anything that you've been learning on Money Talk so far, if you'd like to ask a question, give some feedback, what's your takeaway? Is it all making sense? And if it's not making sense, if you're first time and it's still not making sense for you, keep coming. I promise you, it will start making sense. But you got to keep coming. So if anybody would like to share, anybody have a takeaway, anybody would like to share feedback, you can press the yes button or the raise your hand feature in the participant section. So go to your participant section right now. You can press the yes button or you can raise your hand button and you can share your takeaway. Let me see. Oh, I think Chantal would like to share.
Yeah. Hi, good morning, everybody. I am just so blessed by being able to hear the messages from Money Talk. I know for me, it really drives the point home of how to really build wealth. For a long time, I was really kind of just stabbing in the dark at my finances and not really knowing how to get onto the right foot. And so I take away that, it's important just as we take care of ourselves on a daily basis to take care of our finances. Make sure that we're taking a look at our finances, frequently on a weekly basis, monthly basis, etc. And then, know the wealth formula. Like I know that formula now, but I want to know it like the back of my hand and just think about that whenever I'm going about my daily life, whenever I'm making a purchase, whenever I put money into my savings account. Now I know why. And so I have my goal of financial freedom. I have my plan as my wealth formula, and I feel more empowered to create wealth for myself and my family.
That's powerful. Yeah, guys. And that's what it's really all about. It's just about expanding the mind and being open, you know. Thank you for that share. Um, let's see. We have Miss Victoria Gordon. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Awesome call. Yeah. Wow. I be trying not to miss these calls when I'm not working. I'm just loving it. Loving it. I love when you always talk about where people put their money and on my uh, risk tolerance. And I'm because I know that I'm at that retirement age, like I'm saying to myself, I got to know that I want to be taxed now, taxed later, or tax advance. So I got to roll some money over. So I'm so grateful to these calls. It's making me put my financial things in order. And yeah, great. I'm trying to share it with everybody. And whoever come on, come on. Thank you, cousin Monique, for coming on. Thank you for the thank you. Thank you, Keyon. Excellent call.
Oh, you're very welcome. We have next we have Tiffany Harewood. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Wow. If I had one word to say for today's call, would be wow. I just love the way that you shared about the financial foundation and the strategy on how to build wealth and how money works. The one takeaway for me is when we're educating ourselves and our family members, we really have to show people that we understand the information. And the best way to do that is what you did today, just breaking it down so that even a child could understand it and making it extremely practical. Because I feel like there were so many things that you said, you probably just took a shotgun to a lot of people's opinions, a lot of people's ideologies, or what they thought something was or wasn't. And you just shed light on it and cleared it up today. So I just want to say thank you for always coming on and making it your point to make it clear, and to make it simple and to make it doable. That's the key. So for us that are coming on, my hope is that we would continue to come on and not just to hear good information, but to be empowered to do something about our situation because we've heard great information. All right. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you for letting me share.
Oh, you're welcome, Tiffany. I think if I see Monique, is that you? You want to share?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, it was very good. This was my first time coming on, and I really enjoyed it. So I took some notes, and I have a better understanding about the taxes that you mentioned. And so I'm planning to apply um, starting tonight. Look at the taxes advantage.
Absolutely, and I definitely encourage you to read the book. It really dives into it. I tell you, reach from page 15 in your Saving the Future book all the way through 21. Oh my, I'm telling you, you will get a wealth of understanding about taxes when you see the different tax brackets throughout the years and everything. I'm telling you, you'll be so mind blowing. To page 15 to 21 in your Saving the Future book. Great read. Let's see. Good morning, Miss Sheila.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm like Tiffany, like, wow, like another amazing Money Talk call. And I love Miss Victoria and her family right now because she's bringing them in. She's like inviting them, and what I love about it is that they are coming on and they're taking notes and they are like, oh my gosh, like this is wow. Like send her an actual thank you text to say thank you. So that just was like spoke volumes to me about her family because this information is so important and it's so needed by everybody. And the way we break it down, and especially you, Keyon, I mean, you break it down to it's so simple to understand. I had this guy that that I had been talking to at the University of Alabama, and he, I was trying to set up a meeting to talk to some of the students, and he was like, do y'all have something more simple for them to understand? I'm like, it don't get no simpler than that. It's like, stop, feeling like, that this is too complicated for college people to understand. They're getting ready to go out into the workforce if they already don't have a job, and they need to understand this stuff. It is not difficult. It is not over their head. And I'm just, you just confirmed this again for me that, no, like this information is in the simplest form, and it is simple to understand. Don't make it more complicated than what it is. It's simple to understand. And I'm just so excited about Money Talks because I am sending him some of the recordings so that he can see what I'm talking about and the Saving Your Future book. So I'm just excited, guys. I love Money Talks. It get me pumped and excited every day. So thank you for allowing me to share, and thank you for another great Money Talk call.
You're welcome. And if you ever need my 9-year-old son to do that appointment with him, please let me know. Because Kiki, he could break down all of this as well.
Right. Exactly. 9 years old, guys. I mean, he's been training us. He's been on some of our training calls, breaking it down for us. So yes. I'm like, no, stop making it so difficult and complicated. It's not. Just listen and open open your mind to learn. That's all you got to do. I love Kiki. He be killing it. He be killing it.
Yes, he did.
Let me know. Good morning, Miss Tamika. How you doing this morning?
Oh, sorry, I didn't take it off mute. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I've been MIA. I'm doing my civil duty with the U.S. Census Bureau and running the salon all at one time. But I just want to say thank you for the call. The call was great from what I heard because I kind of got in a little late. But I just appreciate all the information you gave. I'm glad my family is finally connecting and getting on, and they're enjoying it as much as I have been enjoying it since last year, October, almost a year. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, Keyon, and keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Man, I appreciate you so much, Tamika. Like I said, anybody that comes from Tamika's family or friends of Tamika's family members and stem off that, just know how I met Tamika was literally, it had to be in faith put us together in that event, because when I first met Tamika at the event that I was booked to come and speak at, I wasn't supposed to be there, but I changed over my entire schedule. And I told the lady that was running the event, her name is Tamika as well, and I said, I will be there. Just off the bat, we're at a dinner, and we met at this dinner, this function. She's like, I need you to come at one of my events and come teach about finance. And we just collaborated. I said, sure, I'll come by. And I said yes, literally not knowing how I was going to do it. And when I went back and checked my calendar, I was supposed to be in Atlanta at another engagement. I put it off just to be there. Not getting paid, not getting nothing, just to do it. But something said I had to be at an event. And look, it was for Tamika. And because of Tamika, the Victorias, the now the Moniques, the Tiffany's, Miss Beverly Williams, look at that decision of not going to Atlanta did. When that event to go to Atlanta was something to get paid for. Let me tell you, when God moves in ways, man, don't question him. Just do it. Just do it. You don't got to know why all the time. Sometimes you just got to move in faith. Right? So thank you guys for always making Money Talk an amazing talk, your feedbacks, your participants, and you know what? More importantly, the results. I can't wait. I can't wait to where you guys can share that, hey, man, Money Talk made me a millionaire. Money Talk made me 100% debt free. Money Talk made me have this much amount of money put away in the bank, 6 figures, emergency fund. I can't wait to when Money Talk become that. I can't wait till many of you guys go off and have your own money talks, either in your families, either amongst your friends, in your companies. Even if you start your own financial literacy company, I hope Money Talk inspire you to go and be the best you. Money Talk is not about Keyon. Money Talk's about us. I'm just a messenger for now. I just hope I plant enough seeds to where these seeds have many offsprings. That's all it is. Life is about giving. It's not about what you can take. It's about what you can give. And for me, I could give away knowledge for days. And that's why I record them, so you can listen to them, replay them, share them, get them out to 20,000 more people out there in the world. Because it's time we learn. And you guys will be the front line of what Money Talk represents. So thank you. And I appreciate every last one of you. As long as God wake me up every morning, I'll be doing Money Talk. Unless they cut my tongue out and wire my mouth shut. That's the only way. but I'm gonna be here. So thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. Let's all wish out on the count of 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's whoosh. Whoosh.
Whoosh.
Yes.
World
World
team,
World
team,
one
team,
one
team,
team,
one
one
team,
one
one
system, one
dream,
dream,
one
one
cause.
system,
Cause.
one
one
cause.
cause.
Woo! Have a great
Have a good day,
day.
Great
everybody.
Have a
weekend.
good day, everybody.
Best
Blessed
day,
day.
guys.